My name's Amanda Page, and I'm based in the UK, just outside of London, and I'm founder of Change Tempo. And I work with leaders who are looking to accelerate change. And specifically, I help them focus on the people side of change, not just the what's changing, but the who's changing. I believe strongly that I need to offer my clients the opportunity to reflect and learn about what might be getting in the way of their success or achieving their hopes and their dreams. And in the context of change, it can be very exhausting when you're going through change. So for me, the PRI provides a really good assessment of how my clients might be doing at that moment in time during that change challenge. So I'm going to use it in three ways. I will offer the PRI to clients that I coach when the issue of resilience arises in the conversation. I'm also going to use it when I partner with learning and development organisations who might be working with their leadership teams on leadership development. So it provides a holistic, all-round leadership development experience. And also I will be using it with my own clients in their organisations, leadership teams and teams of teams. This client who is experienced in his career, he's at retirement age or near retirement age actually, and he recently experienced some difficult situations in his life. The first one was he was diagnosed with cancer about a year ago. It's clear, but he's still having ongoing tests, so it's a constant worry for him. And secondly, he's also recently lost a loved one. So that was his personal challenges that were going on. Professionally, he also had a client that was sending him from pillar to post. He was quite challenging, kept changing his mind. So this particular client wanted to sort of stand back from that and look at whether or not he could do more about defining who his clients are, especially now at this stage in his career. The insights that I gained was that he was so open as a result of the conversation that we were having and using the sailboat metaphor. It really allowed him to be open about where his challenges were. And the more that we talked about each of the domains, the more that he was sort of opening up and uncovering where he felt his challenges were. By focusing on each element of the PRI or each domain, really helped the client get creative about where his particular challenges were, and also helped him to start to net down the two key areas that he wanted to focus on, which was purpose and composure. Purpose in terms of what's next for him and his career, and composure in terms of how he's managing the emotional literacy side when it comes to choosing the right clients for his future. Above all, the client was able to focus totally on himself for that time, for that 90 minutes, which in my mind is a rare thing nowadays. Well, there are a number of things that excite me about the PRI. First of all, for me, it busts the myths about our understanding and appreciation of resilience. I think the fact that the report is not an indication of a mental health issue or it's not an indication of our ability to do our job. I think that's a really important factor, because for me, I found that it creates safety for the client, especially if they're a bit concerned or a bit worried about what the PRI might reveal. The other thing I like about this is the PRI is that it's a snapshot. It's a really good way to taking time to look at what's happening now and in the moment versus looking at resilience in general. So context really helps to bring the insights and the the reflection to the forefront of somebody's mind. I think it also helps the client balance, see the balance that they need to take between the emotional, personal side and the professional side. And I think that's really helpful as well, because the two are inextricably connected. And I found that clients were able to quite easily see where there might have been a disconnect. Finally, I think the PRI is new, based on the information that I know about other resilience psychometrics. The sailboat metaphor makes it really unique, and I think we learn so much from images, and images help to anchor insight and anchor reflection. So I think that's a really powerful way to help the client recall conversations, but also use those images as a way of locking in and anchoring where they go from here. What I really enjoyed about the certification experience was that not at any point did I feel alone on my journey. We weren't just given content to consume by ourselves. It was a perfect blend of self-paced learning, coaching, and peer teamwork, and work with Nadine and Paul. I felt I had the support of Paul and Nadine and the other participants. It was a very collaborative experience. I think learning together, supporting each other's success is the best way to learn, in my view. In fact, this is one of the top learning experiences I've had in my career. For me, it was the ongoing support, and also coupled with the in-depth research, or the rigor around the construction of the PRI and the psychometric assessment. And those two elements, your experience and the science behind it as well, makes for me a sort of a perfect combination. And for me, a great learning experience is to be in an environment where you can try things out, see what works, see what doesn't work, get it wrong, in a really supportive, safe environment, and learn to do things much better as a result. So I think for me, just having that opportunity to experiment was really important. You were there enough, Nadine and Paul were there enough, but you never let us off the hook either. I think it was challenging and rewarding at the same time. If you're a coach like me and you're looking to enhance your capabilities in service of your clients and really make a difference to their world and yours, actually, then going through the PRI certification is definitely a good choice, and definitely for you. I think it takes you to the next level of understanding what is holding your client back. Get on the magic carpet and enjoy the ride. Be open to challenging yourself, be honest about your own resilience, experience it, embody it, and be ready to learn and join a wonderful community.